Hello, everyone. I'll give folks time to get into the room. Super excited to be here today doing our first live. Um, this is just totally amazing that we are just on this amazing journey of being a gardener, being able to share what we've learned, what we're learning, and what we'll continue to learn. So, today we're going to be talking about hydroponics and what I've learned, what I'm going to be doing over the next few months, over the next week. Definitely will be starting some of my hydroponics units with some seeds. Um, we didn't get to garden this much in the summer. We did do some onions. We did do some potatoes, and that did wonderful. I was just totally shocked and amazed of how wonderful that was for me. So I'm super excited to be on this journey. So let's go ahead and get started on what we are going to talk about today. I'm going to try to keep it right at about an hour, if not less. But I want to talk about me. So I'm Jacqueline Phillips. I am the content creator for Four Seasons Garden. I'm in Zone 7A here in Virginia, Northern Virginia. So super excited about sharing that. I did become a master gardener earlier this year. So I learned and grew so much over the summer and just this past spring about being a master gardener. Was able to um, volunteer at the Fauquier Education Farm. I volunteered at the farmers market. Hello, official Jamia. Thank you for joining us today. Really excited to have you here. I was kind of doing a quick introduction about myself, and then we're going to be talking about hydroponics and seeds, what I have learned to work very well for me in my system. So first thing I want to talk about is lettuces. Lettuces are amazing. Um, hey, Shelly from Homesteads Hideaway, that's my girl. Um, so lettuces have been, I don't buy lettuce. I'm serious. We can buy lettuce at the store. You throw it away faster. It lasts so much longer, and you can get it really nice and fresh. Um, just growing it yourself. One quick harvest. Aerogarden. Set up 4 pods in there, and you'll have continual harvest for about 70 days. Start all over, and you just keep it going. So my favorite lettuces that I love to grow um, is one of my favorites is the lettuce, the Outrageous by Baker Creek. I love a red lettuce. So red lettuces are going to be, you're going to notice it's going to be my mainstay. But this one is a really great one. And I'll put all these different lettuces and different things we talk about later on in the description. Just a really great one. And then this one was actually grown in the space station. So that's what really got me into this one. Another red lettuce that I like is the red sails. I got this from MIGardener. Love this one. Really great lettuce. It grows really quick. Let's see, 50 days to maturity. But around the 20-day mark, I start harvesting because I do cut and cut and come again with my lettuces. So I will just take the outer leaves of the lettuces, leave about 3 or 4 stalks, and it will keep on growing, keep on producing. So I love it. Yes, the colors are amazing. I like a red lettuce. Those are my favorites. Red sails, these are ones that I actually saved from the red sails that I purchased. Let me see if I can find that packet. Um, let's see. This is my lettuce container. See if I have it in here. I thought I took it out, but I guess I didn't. Excuse me. I'm not sure what I did with it. All right. Well, this is my packet of red sails. So I let it go to seed, collected them, and I get these nice little packets from Amazon, like Cece says, and I just keep them in there. I do put them in a little plastic baggie, like so, because if this container doesn't close, but I put them in these little Ziploc baggies and I throw them in there and it works really well. So that is 3 of my favorite of my reds. So I will grow these 4 in each of my Aerogarden harvest. And then I like a little bit of green. And my favorite green is this Parris Island cause Romaine. It's a nice Romaine. I just take the outer edges, fold it in with my red lettuces, and it just makes a really great salad. So those are my favorite. I have one more, Merlot. If I can figure out where to put everything. This is also by Baker Creek. I saved these as well from MIGarden. So I let it go to seed and did some and saved this Merlot. So I have 4 favorites: the red sails, the Merlot, the Outrageous, and the red. I did show you the red sails. I did have that package. It was my MIGardener one. So those are my favorites for my lettuces. Then I wanted to I did a little bit of a presentation. Everyone knows me on our channel that I'm a presentation lady. So let me see if I can share that and see how it works. Let's do this first. Not sure how it's going to work. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to just share. All right, so hopefully you're able to now see my slideshow. All right, here we go. So seeds for hydroponics, that's what we're going to talk about. I have forgot to do the lettuces, so I went ahead and did those now. But let's talk about tomatoes. So tomatoes listed in different all right, can you see it now? Or do you still see the black screen? They are beautiful. Good. Glad you see it. All right. So here we are. Tomatoes. Thank you, Official Jamia. Thank you, Shelly, for letting me know that you can see it. So tomatoes. They can be classified for when we're talking about hydroponics as micro dwarf tomatoes, which grow up to 12 inches. And then you have your dwarf tomatoes that grow over 12 inches, that are over 12 inches up to 4.5 feet. So with tomatoes, you have to think about how far does your lights go? So if you're doing a sprout, they only go about 12 inches. So you're only going to be able to do your micro dwarfs. If you're talking about a harvest, or you're talking about a bounty, or you're talking about the A Hope Garden, or you're talking about the Let Pot, those will normally go up to 24 inches. So you're going to make sure that you pick tomato seeds that will only go up to 24 inches unless you're going to be planning on pruning them. And pruning can be a bit of a hassle. You always have to prune anyway. Any dead leaves, any fruit that doesn't quite grow correctly, you're going to need to prune them anyway. But the best thing to do is just go ahead and choose a seed that works for hydroponics for the size system that you have. So I'm going to always tell you, get a micro dwarf tomato seed or get a dwarf tomato seed that's under that 24 inches so that you're able to maintain them correctly in your system. Pollination is going to be required, right? You're inside. So how are you going to pollinate? I'm not going to bring in bees into my house. So I have fans. So I don't want to say it. Want to say that now. You need to have a fan. I buy those little portable fans. I put them on my tomatoes. I put them on my peppers in order to pollinate. As the fan hits it, it does shake it. I leave mine on 24/7. I know some people like, that's way too much. But I'm like, if the plants are outside, they're getting wind all the time. So why do they not get wind all the time in my house? So some people will turn them on for a certain time of the day, turn them off. I have them on a strip that I could do that. And I did that for a while. And I'm like, no, they're just going to run. They don't take up that much electricity for them to run. So, and then the main thing is you do have to feed them. We're not going to talk about that today. and you do need to have some type of trellis. So I'd be remiss not to say that here, but we do need to have those things in order to grow our tomatoes. So not sure how we're going to go to the next slide. Ladies, I'm figuring this all out, so give me a second. Let's see if I can do it this way. And gentlemen. All right, so those are cool, and you guys can still see the slides. Beautiful. All right, hey, Roshita, thank you for joining us today. So one of the tomatoes that I love to grow, and I actually have a pod kit for that one, is the Mighty Mini Cherry Tomatoes. Remember we said about sizes? So this one is a very short tomato, 5 to 6 inches. Your germination is going to be about 7 to 14 days. I think it's faster personally. That's just the time limit they put on the boxes. Your maturity is about 4 to 6 weeks, and it'll give you a red cherry. And if any guys, most of you know me that have watched any of my YouTubes, is that I love Facebook Marketplace. And so I actually got this 2 years ago off of Facebook Marketplace, brand new in the box, with a system, and it's dated for 2019. I'm sure if you can see that or not. It's dated for 2019, but I'm not worried about it. It's sealed. I know that I'll be able to plant this fall, and I'm going to still get a great germination from this box. So this is a really great one, and it is part of the Kitchen Mini collection. We're going to talk about that as we go along. So these are plants that have been grown or sourced specifically for growing smaller, and definitely for your hydroponics. And it is an heirloom, so you would be able to save the seed from this seed. So grow it, save one, let it dry out, save the seeds so you don't have to buy it again. So that's that one. Another one of my favorites is the yellow Golden Harvest cherry tomato. I thought I had the box for that. Must have left it in the kitchen. These grow a little bit bigger. They are 12 inches. Your germination rate on the box, they say 7 to 14. I have found that 3 days, 4 days max, you have got germination. These take a little bit longer to mature. Why? Because they're a little bit bigger. So about 10 to 12 weeks. So if I start this week, by January, I will be getting my first harvest of some nice yellow orange tomatoes to throw into salads, throw into salsa, throw into a bruschetta, whatever that you're making, and you'll be able to use these Golden Harvest cherry tomatoes. I love them. They have really great taste. They're also heirloom. So once you grow them, save a few seeds and keep them so you can just keep growing them. Now we're getting into the bigger ones. I do have that box here. And Aerogarden sells these in 9 pod kits, I think 3 pod kits. Again, it came free in one of the Aerogardens that I picked up. And they come like this. They come pre-labeled. And they always have about 3 to 4 seeds in there. So I'll normally take 2 out just to see if it'll germinate with just the 2. And then I'll stick the other 2 in a little Ziploc baggie to be used later on. So they will take 4 to 6 weeks to maturity. They're quicker maturity on these. If it takes longer, that's okay. I'm not concerned. They're inside my house. I get to love them. I get to take care of them and chat with them. And those will also give you a red. They'll start out green, and then they'll turn the red. So these are my favorite. They have a really great taste. There are the orange hat tomatoes. They're the cutest little things. I mean, you can see the little pencil there. They're not very tall, but let me tell you, the flavor on these tomatoes, amazing. Really great, really sweet, very juicy, wonderful in a salad. You could put one in a sprout. You could put two easily in a harvest. Good afternoon, Donzel. Thank you for joining us today. And then you can definitely you could put four in a bounty. I mean, if you wanted to. Germination, 7 to 14 days. It'll be shorter than that, but your maturity on these are pretty quick. 50 to 65 days, you are getting tomatoes on a regular, bountiful harvest. And so there they are. I get those from Baker Creek. They run, let's see, this one was from 2023. I don't know if they have the price on here or not, but they're like maybe $4, $5 max. And it comes with 10 seeds. So you don't get a lot of them, but they are heirloom. So save them and you can just keep having your own seeds. You don't have to buy it once, save your seeds. All right, next is our Tiny Tim. I have done those. Those are really cool. Let me see where my stack is for my Tiny Tims. I may not have taken them out of the container. Let's see, this is my lettuce container. So I keep all my seeds in these containers. Let's see, here's my tomato. I may not have taken it out. Let's see, where did I get my Tiny Tims from? I do need to show you that. We'll get to, here's my Tiny Tims. My Tiny Tims I got from MIGardener. And if you try to get them from MIGardener right now, you may not, because you know, at the end of the year, they try to get rid of all their seeds and start fresh for the next year. So you might have to wait a little bit longer to get these, but Tiny Tims, they are awesome as well. I've done these. They're heirlooms. Most of MIGardener seeds are heirlooms, so you will be able to save your seeds from most of the seeds that he sells on his website. And they're $2 right now. If you were able to get it, there might be $1 because I know they're clearancing out all their seeds. So it's $1 right now, but they're normally $2 for his seeds. Once again, germination, 7 to 14 days, 60 days. So 2 months from now, I will be getting seeds from that. It is considered a micro dwarf tomato because it's the shorter ones, tomatoes, but really great flavor on all the ones. I have tested all of these. I'm not telling you things that I have not tested. I have tested all of these seeds. I have grown them, and I plan to grow them again this winter. This one I did a while back. Let me see, where is that? Did I pull that one out? I think I may have left it. Oh, nope, here it is. So Siam, they're part of the kitchen minis as well. So they're going to be the nice small size. And those I actually got from Park Seed. So here we are, Park Seed. They will grow 7 to 9 inches, but they grow a little bit wider. So these ones you're going to have to make sure that you probably only do one, maybe two. They'll squish in the middle, but they'll go out to the outer edges of your, if you did it in a bounty. So these, I did put the width on this one because it grows a little bit wider than normal, but isn't that just a little cutest little plant in that pot? If you wanted to, you could grow it in some soil under some lights if you wanted to, but I will be growing mine in my hydroponics. So that is a really cute one that I'm excited to grow again this winter. Another one of the Kitchen Mini series is the Red Velvet, and it gives you this velvety, like coating on the tomato until it gets ripe. And so then it gets like this really shiny, then you know it's time to harvest it. But it is also part of the Kitchen Minis. Its growth is only 8 inches high, 6 to 8 inches, and then about 6 to 8 inches wide. So you could easily put 2 of those in a bounty. You could put one in a sprout. I'm actually going to do some videos with them in different systems. So you can see, okay, even though I might have a smaller system, I can still grow some tomatoes or some lettuce or some peppers indoors. Nice, cute little red tomato on that one as well. Another great one that I've grown is the Micro Toms. Another micro, 6 to 8 inches, 8 inches wide, 2 to 3 days for germination, quick maturity, 53 days. You'll have quick germination on those. Those I actually got from Seeds and Such. You can see I got it wet, so you can't even read it. Back in 2022, really great tomato. Love them. So I think that covers most of the tomatoes there, if I remember. Up, nope, there's one more. This one is one of the larger ones. It is the Veranda Red. I think I did leave that one on the table. I did. Let's see. Yeah, I did. It's okay. No big deal. Veranda Red tomatoes. I like these as well. They're the larger ones. So this is one that you only put one in a bounty. You'd have to have one of the bigger or the A Hope Garden. It will grow great in that one as well. Even the bigger let pots, put it in a let pot. Maturity 55 to 60 days. And I didn't, any of these slides don't have any of my plants. So what I'm going to do is over the week, you're going to see them pop up on my YouTube channels of plants, of pictures of the ones that I've actually grown so you can see them, which will be really fun for me to just share what I've grown in the past years. Cucumbers, one of my favorite fruit, because it is a fruit to grow. So when you're talking about cucumbers, you're going to talk about runner length. I'm going to choose something that's only going to be 2 feet because I don't want to have to like keep clipping it, keep pruning it. If I have to prune leaves, that's not a big deal, but I don't want to have to keep cutting off the ends of it. I'd rather just choose a seed that will work in the hydroponic systems that I work. If you're going to choose a cucumber, try to choose one that's parthen, no carpic. That means that it fertilizes itself. So you don't need bees, you don't need the fan. It does, everything is just built into the seed and it will fertilize itself. You do have to do some pruning. You will have to do some feeding. And then you will have to do some trellising or wrap it around within the system itself. So there's 2 that I like for my cucumbers. My favorite is the quick stack. I get that from Seeds and Such, and I like them so much that I buy these. They're hybrids, so can't say the seeds. You could try it. I'm not going to averse. Some people like to try things. I like to have consistency every time, so I buy these seeds at 100 at a time. And I actually sending some of these to my garden gals. I'll be sending some to Rashida, sending some to Shelly, sending some to Cece, sending some to Lisa. I actually got these little cute, I think they're cute. These little cute little padded packs, and they're green. They didn't have them in yellow because you guys know I love sunflowers, but I thought these were really cute. So I'll be sending those today. After church, I'll stop at the post office. We have one of those fancy machines that I can just go in and weigh it and put my stamps on it, and they can mail them out. So yeah, Rashida, I can't wait to get those out to you as well. They grow about 2 feet, so I do put these in a bounty, and you could put them in a harvest. If I'm doing them in a bounty, I will do 2. If I'm doing them in a harvest, I will only do 1. So depending on what space you have, you might want to play around it. 38 days, you are having fruit. They're about 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches. You can see the picture there. Really great. I chop them up, 1 or 2, throw them in my salad. My daughter will just go pick them right off and eat them straight off the plant, which I think is amazing to have just fresh veggies in the house, fruit in the house. They are part of the Kitchen Mini collection. They are a hybrid, but I really do like this quick snack. I'll wait till Seeds and Such does a 50% off coupon off all their seeds, and I will buy another pack because this pack is almost out with me sharing them with my garden gals. Another one that I do like as well is the Iznik. It does a little bit bigger of a fruit. As you can see there, 3 to 4 inches for the fruit, 60 days maturity, so a little bit longer, but 2 months to have fruit in your home on a continual basis is amazing. Germination 5 to 10 days, and they grow about 2 feet. So I'll just wrap it on a trellis inside the bounty or inside the harvest and just let them do their thing. I will trim off all the bad leaves as they dry out, because they will dry out inside just as they would outside. So I just cut off the bad leaves, and I just let it keep I let it keep on plucking. And the main thing is make sure that you are harvesting on a continual basis, so it doesn't say, okay, I'm done growing. So if you harvest on a continual basis, it will continue to flower for you. And if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Don't have a problem with that. So those are my two favorites, that quick snack and the Iznik. And I get those, like I said, both from Seeds and Such. And I wait till they have their sale. Peppers is another one that I love to do inside as well. They have the same thing where you can have drawers, micro drawers. They grow shorter or smaller. Pollination is required, like I said earlier, so you will have to have some lights, some fans on this to make sure that it pollinates. I'll go through and I'll shake it as well. Go through, shake it. You could take a Q-tip and move from one flower to the next flower and do some hand pollination, but I haven't found that I've had to do that. The fans do all the work that I need. You will need to feed it, and you will need to trellis it. Just sometimes if it gets a little bit top heavy, just putting one stake up through the middle, or making sure that you have one of those trellises that go around the edge, so at least it doesn't tip over and break, because I've had them tip over and break because I forgot to put the trellis in early. So speaking from experience. All right, so my favorite to grow, another kitchen mini, guys, told you I love these kitchen minis, is the Fresh Bites Red. They have it in a red, a yellow, and an orange. It is a pepper, so peppers take longer. Just like outside, when you grow peppers, peppers take longer. So you're looking about 4 months, a good 3 months, 4 months before you're seeing any fruit from this. So I should have started this. I like to start them in September, because then I'm like at least like moving into the same season as we're done with outside. I'm moving into the inside. But I'm gonna get them started this week anyway. Doesn't matter. Just as it takes 7 to 21 days to start your seeds out for outside planting, it is the same. I have found it takes around 15, 20 days before they will germinate for me. So don't lose hope. Just follow the process and it will germinate. I'll do two because the width is 10 inches. I will do two in a bounty. You can do one in a harvest. Unless you decide to top it, you could do it in a sprout, but you would have to top it because that sprout only goes to about 12 inches. So you'd have to top it. And you guys have seen videos about topping peppers. So it is possible to top them. So don't think that you can't grow them in a sprout in one of the smaller hydroponics in order to still grow some peppers in your house. Because let me tell you, they just taste so much better than in the store. So that's the red. We talked about the yellow. They're all, like I said, part of the kitchen mini series. And the orange, and they're all just the colors on them is beautiful. If you wanted to pick them at green, you could. If you're you're too impatient, you need to go ahead and harvest something. You can do them with the green, but I like them to wait until they change their colors. So I am going to be doing Chris McDonald's Hydroponics Challenge. This will be the 3rd year I am doing her Hydroponics Challenge. I love it. It allows me to try out something that I haven't tried before. So as you can see, I have 2 out of the 5 that she will be doing. She's part of the Aerogarden, Crack Key, and Gardening Fanatics Facebook group. I would highly recommend you to join her Facebook group. She's got a lot of great information in her group, but I learned so much more. I did the crack key, wasn't my thing, but if it's something that you want to try, she tells you how to do that. I'm a hydroponics girl all the way. I've got about 30 different hydroponic systems. That is where I live. I love the hydroponics. I love my Hope Garden. I did get a let pot, so I will be doing an unveiling of the let pot that I got. I got a newer Hope Garden, so I'm going to be doing a kind of little share on that as well here in the next week or so. So I have the quick snack cucumbers, which you guys saw that here. I have the red sales lettuce, which I showed you that earlier. I did go to Merrifield Garden, which is one of our local nurseries here, to see if they had the Alaska mixed nasturtiums or the Fairtail eggplant or the little Napoli. Make sure that if you're going to do this challenge, that you get the little Napoli, not the Napoli. That little Napoli is aroma. So it's going to be really nice to grow some aromas for, like, if you want to do a really quick sauce. You're going to make dinner. You want to go take 6 or 7 tomatoes off, make a really quick sauce for bruschetta, or if you're doing pasta. It's going to be really great to try aroma in the home. Um, I'm not a big eggplant person, but I'm just going to do it for the fun of it. My mom loves eggplants, so if my kids don't like it, my mom will be getting all my eggplants. Um, and then nasturtiums, we talked hydroponics, I think two of our garden chats back, and someone had asked, like, what kind of flowers do you grow in your hydroponics? Nasturtiums is one. I love I think I brought that box. I did. Um, Aerogarden does, they call it the Mountain Meadows kit, and it has dianthus, snapdragons, and gazinias. So, and I still got quite a bit of those left in here. So I might do the nasturtiums with some snapdragons together. Just so I have a little variety. I got a really cute little hydroponic system just for fun. It actually is a Bluetooth, I know, crazy, Bluetooth hydroponic system. So I can actually, I will link it to my phone, and it will play whatever story or whatever music I'm listening to with my hydroponics. I'll share with that when I plant those in there. I think it's a really cute system. I've had a lot of fun with it. So we'll do a live so you can see how that works with your phone. But I think we're here at the end of this. So I do have to hurry and buy the Alaska mixed nasturtiums, the fairy tale, and the little Napoli, because that challenge does start on November 9th, the day after my birthday. So I'm going to need to order those and get those in as soon as possible. So I am ready to start. So everyone will plant on the same day, and then she'll post different links during the challenge, so everybody can do a photo dump of all their plants, so we can see how everyone's growing, because everyone's in different systems. So some people are in Aerogardens, some people are in Hope Gardens, some people are in Let Pots, some people are in Eureeks. There is so many different types of hydroponic systems out there, and it's really cool to see how they grow differently from system to system. Oh, that's not bad. Half an hour. We got to chit chat, got to show you everything that I'm going to be growing in my systems. So you'll see different lives. Rashida did that live last week. And I was like, I can do the live versus sitting here and videotaping and then doing all the editing. You're just going to get you're just going to get all the stutters, all the miscommunications. You're going to get everything here, just live how we are. So this was really fun, just showing you everything that we're going to be growing here in the winter here with our hydroponic systems. So if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. After we finish here and something pops into your brain, go ahead and send us a question in the chat as well. Yeah, real, you're getting it really. Yeah, real and raw for sure, Michelle. So I'm really excited. Rashida knows that I like to do presentations, so that's why you're getting a presentation. It keeps me on track, so that I am talking about everything that I wanted to cover. Because let me tell you, I can get squirrely really quick. About what I'm talking about. And then I like forget. I was like, I was thinking about something and I don't forgot what I was gonna say. Because I'm of that age. But I mean, I know look good. Like Michelle said, I look good. But the brain sometimes don't catch up with what I look like. So thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope that gave you a really good list of what you're going to be thinking about, what you could grow, if even it's just 2 or 3 or it's all of them, but have fun. Growing your own vegetables in your own home, I think it's amazing. Um, it's my rest and relaxation for me when I just want to be able to just like go in and see like what's my plants doing here? What are they doing here? What's growing? And just giving them the love and the attention that they need. And I love it. So everyone, thank you for joining us. It was amazing to be here talking about what we're going to grow. And until I see you later on this week, and if not, I will definitely see you Sunday night at next Sunday night with the Garden Gals, with our chat and chew. Rashida has a wonderful agenda for us. I'm really excited about all the things that she has us. We're going to talk about next week. She is our fearless leader, making sure that we have everything in line so that we're just sharing really great contents with you guys. So have a good night, and I will see you guys during the week. And if not, definitely next Sunday night. Have a good day.